Hi guys, it's Mrs. Jackson. I'm going to be going over the assignment from yesterday, so please have out something colorful that you can mark it with, and have your covalent molecular naming practice from yesterday. I'm going to be going over the answers that are on side number 1, which has problems 1 through 30. So pause if you need to, go back if you need to. I'm going to write out the formulas for 1 through 15, and then I'm going to just name the formulas on 16 through 30. So here we go. First one is xenon trifluoride. Remember, with our molecular and covalent compounds, really all you do is write exactly what it tells you. You don't worry about charges because these are all nonmetals. You don't worry about crisscrossing. You simply write exactly what it tells you to write in the proper format. It says xenon trifluoride, so that tells me xenon and 3 oxygens. So XeO3. We don't start with mono, and the only time we use mono is if we're using it with oxygen on the second element. Number 2 is chlorine monoxide. It doesn't have any prefixes, and so that tells me I just have chlorine and an oxygen. Well, it does have mono, but that tells me 1 oxygen. Number 3, boron trifluoride, tells me I have boron and I have 3 fluorine. Remember, no crisscrossing, just write what it tells you, putting the number in that subscripted position beside the element tagged with the prefix. Number 4 is sulfur trioxide. That says sulfur 3 oxygens, so I write it that way. This is not called sulfite because there's no associated charge, so it is just SO3. Number 5 is boron phosphide. I don't have any prefixes, so I just write BP for boron phosphide. Number 6 is sulfur dioxide, so that's an SO2, sulfur 2 oxygens. Number 7 is diphosphorus pentoxide. Both elements in this case have a prefix, so it says 2 phosphorus, so P2, and pentoxide. Pent is 5, so O5. P2O5. Number 8 is dinitrogen monoxide, so it says 2 nitrogen monoxide, 1 oxygen. Number 9 is disulfur dichloride, so I have S2Cl2. Notice I don't reduce on this one. Because this is a molecular compound, I don't reduce my answer. That is very different from the ionic compounds we've practiced before. Number 10, bromine pentafluoride, so BrF5 bromine pentafluoride. Number 11 is sulfur tetrachloride. That tells me sulfur 4 chlorine. Number 12, tetraarsenic, so that is 4 arsenic, so As4. And I have dec oxide. Deca is 10, so I have O10. Notice that it isn't deca oxide, it's decoxide. I don't put that A and the O together. That it would be improper. Number 13, sulfur hexafluoride. That is sulfur hexafluoride is F6. That's a funny little gas. It affects your vocal cords in a similar way to helium, but instead of making your voice go squeaky and funny like a clown, it drops it and is really deep. But sulfur hexafluoride is very, very heavy. So to get it out of your lungs, you have to tip over on your head. Kind of funny. Number 14 is phosphorus trichloride. So phosphorus trichloride is PCl3. And number 15 is oxygen difluoride. So that is oxygen difluoride is F2. So those are the first 15 on the first side. Now I'm going to call out the answers on the second side. So number 16 on the name side of the paper, PF3 is phosphorus trifluoride. Number 17 is boron nitride. All of these end with the IDE. So phosphorus trifluoride, boron nitride, they all end in ide. Number 18, sulfur dioxide. 19 is nitrogen dioxide. Number 20 is sulfur trioxide. Again, prefixes are just describing the elements in the formula. 21, bromine pentachloride. 22, uranium hexafluoride. 23, boron trifluoride. 24, xenon hexafluoride. 25, dinitrogen pentasulfide. 26, carbon dioxide. Everyone's probably familiar with that one. 27 is sulfur tetrachloride. 28 is xenon trioxide. 29, phosphorus tetraphosphorus decaoxide or decoxide. And number 30 is silicon dioxide. So those are the first 30. Okay. If you need some additional practice, if you did not hit mastery, which in this case would be 24 out of 30, would be 80%, then I suggest that you practice on side number 2, getting some additional practice. There will be a practice quiz rollout in Schoology for you to give it another go, just to be sure. But if you need some extra practice, it's built into this worksheet. So let me know if you have questions, and I will see you on Thursday.